Hello everybody and welcome back to Erlingrad. I say welcome back because we have already experienced this map on FS19, but it's even more beautiful in 22. So this is going to be a bit of a mini-series. It's not actually a survival challenge, but it is still going to be a bit of a survival. The plan is just to see how far we can progress when we start off with a very small old tractor, a trailer, and a chainsaw. Yep, so I'm sure you can see where this is going. We have trees, and we have this equipment, so we're going to have to start to sell wood to then be able to afford a mower to start mowing the grass, because what we pretty much have here is grass and trees and lots of snow, so we definitely can't be working in the grass before the spring, but we can prepare by cutting up some logs. So you may ask, what do we own? Well, we actually do have quite a generous area. It's all of this area here, so all the trees in that clump and this clump, this side of the road. Just to make it much more clear to you, I'll show you the map. It's this sort of splat of a shape. So it's a decent area, lots of grass, lots of trees, but no money at all. As you can see, the bank account is 100% empty. And yeah, we have this. So we have this beautiful Zeta 25k tractor, vintage tractor. I got this in the collector's edition. Anyway, let's climb aboard. As you can see, I'm all prepared for this harsh environment. What temperature is it? Let's just take a look at the temperature. It's -2, and it's only going to get better. Much better. So yeah, let's start this beautiful engine. There we go. And we shall make our way up the hill. Now this road actually will run out, and the place where it runs out is where we're going to be. That's where we're going to be working. Start felling the trees. It's going to be interesting. I really don't know how much money we're going to get from trees. I haven't cut any trees down yet in Farming Simulator 22. They might be worth a lot of money, but certainly from experience of doing my other Let's Play, the economy in FS22 seems to be much more difficult than in FS19. There we go. So yeah, we are playing on easy mode, because like I said, it's not strictly a survival challenge, but it's still going to be very interesting to see. Okay, so we might as well start felling trees. Get our chainsaw out. And there's no super strength. That mod has not been released yet. It might come along. It'd be very nice if it does. But yeah, we've just got to make do with what we have here. So I have to cut them up into manageable sized pieces. I'm stumped. I got an achievement for cutting down a tree. That pretty much proves it was my first tree. So let me just figure out what kind of sizes we can go for here. I can't pick that up. So this means we are going to be selling some pretty small pieces. And, oh yeah, fuel. We have -1. I'm guessing that is fuel. I don't know what else it would be. Of course, though, if the game suddenly does deduct a load of money, it's because of before I set it up. When you start the Erlingrad map, you do have cows and you have a whole yard and everything, so there may well be expenses from owning that. So if the money goes down when I'm not chainsawing, that is where there'll be a bit of an issue. Yeah, so we're not going to get too much onto here. We can put the size down. If I just jump onto the tractor, figure out exactly how to do this. It is the left mouse button. There we go. Yep, money seems to have stabilised at -2, so it must be fuel. I certainly hope so. As this gets thinner, we'll be able to make them longer, less weight. But I still feel that I might be cutting them a bit too long. Yes. Yeah, so it's going to be quite a challenge, despite it not being a challenge. Yep. Yeah, I didn't want to call it Survivor Challenge because obviously we still have one episode of Survivor Challenge outstanding on FS19. We will return to it. And yes, this series as well was not supposed to be too long, so I didn't really want to get fully into it yet. Because we have done Erlingrad before, and as soon as mod maps come out, I know I'm going to be very tempted to get started on those. But no, I must say this map really is quite beautiful, as you should have seen, hopefully, from my introduction. I do like doing introductions like that. The only reason why I don't do it for every single episode is because it takes a long time. Right, so I'm going to keep going. I will fill this up, hopefully get double layers. And I won't put the time ups too fast. I know it can cause motion sickness. Really struggling to get up here. Two-wheel drive, slippery snow, wet grass. Okay, so we're just going to have to bring the logs down to the trailer. Yeah, no movement at all. In fact, we're going backwards. Right, and it does seem to have diff lock enabled, I think. Oh no, they're going at slightly different speeds. Would be nice to have four-wheel drive and diff lock mods. Obviously, not four-wheel drive for that particular tractor. Anyway, these are all things that we can save up for. And of course there is the Massey Ferguson Alpine tractor, which is designed pretty much perfectly for this map. It'd be so good to have. And I can use used machinery. We will be using used machinery, because otherwise we're probably never going to progress at all. And it's certainly not considered cheating. We do need to find somewhere to rest tonight as well. Very cold out here. So that's going to cost money as well. I know there is somewhere nearby where we could sleep. I wish I had a camping tent. But sadly, I don't have the luxury. Okay, I think we're pretty much full. We don't want to be overloading it too much, because as you can see, this tractor can't really pull that much weight. It is 25 horsepower. But when you're going up these very slippery hills, it's not ideal. So we'll just take this last log here, and we'll make our way over to the sawmill. I have to find my map, so I know exactly where to go to. I do want to get as much on as possible, so I'll get one more. It's probably going to be quite a long way to go. That's already cut. But just look at that environment, it's so nice. Cold, but nice. Okay, that should do fine. The sawmill is the other side of the town, so I know exactly where to go for that, but it is a bit of a drive. We are here, so it's actually a very long drive. Okay, obviously we can't go up, we can only go down. Can we go sideways? Yep. Good. Okay, well, I don't know what to expect here. No idea what they're going to pay us. This is going to be a very good test to see what wood is worth in FS22. I think if this was FS19, I'd expect to get about, what would it be? £2,000? £1,500? On easy mode? Yeah, probably 2,000. And we have spent £8 on two-stroke fuel. Not on the fuel for the tractor, because that's already in the tank. So we must reclaim some money. I will see you over at the sawmill, and yeah, at the same time I will try and think about where to rest tonight. civilization. So we've made it back down. Very tricky to climb up the snowy roads. I am using the manual gear change. It's not in automatic anymore. It was to begin with. But yeah, even in manual, it is still quite tricky to get going on a very icy hill. So the sooner we can get forward drive, the better. It's going to be some time. We're going to be really keeping an eye on those used machines. Certainly going to be buying used machines. But really, what we need to look out for is the walk behind pedestrian mower, the sickle bar. It's an AB something or other. Sorry to not be too technical there. It's the ABCC66, which is a petrol sickle bar mower. I'll go right here. Yeah, so it's taken 10 to 15 minutes just to get down the mountainside, which is not ideal. It's been about 10 minutes. So I think really it's just the tractor. We just need to be able to afford a bigger tractor. But we also need a windrower eventually. You can get a windrower new for £5,000. If we can get it used, maybe 2,000 or 3,000. And it also would be very good to get a baler so that we can start making some conventional bales. And then if we've got the baler, you'd probably want to have that little conventional bale auto stacker. Let's see if we can make it across here without the train. Usually when I get to here the barriers go down. Ooh, made it. So the sawmill is just across the road here. I'm not too sure exactly where I go to at this stage. But it is indeed somewhere. Is it here? It is here. That keeps it nice and simple. Wood chips will go in there. Right then, so has it been worthwhile? Let me put this into reverse. There we go. Back into neutral. It looks like a good load. Come on, £1,500. Oh wow, 2,630. Okay, that makes everything so much better. So with that kind of money, we can buy the mower in the spring. Let's get going again. And I'll make my way back up the mountainside. It's going to be a bit of a drive. Top speed is, well, it's actually 14 miles per hour. Cruise control is maximum of 13, so that's a bonus. Steady, steady. Good. There we go. So I'm a bit late. I've been preoccupied transporting a shed, as you do. Yeah, on my way back up the mountainside, I stumbled across this shed and it said for sale on it. And I thought, great. We can use this to sleep in tonight, and maybe other nights as well, to save going to a hotel and spending lots of money there. Only problem is it cost me £300 to buy this. I think the previous owner got a serious amount of money for that, actually. It doesn't seem like it's worth £300. It's got a nice hook on it, and a horseshoe. But otherwise, yeah, it's a bit of a crude alternative to a hotel, but there you go. Okay then, so what we need to do is get back up to our logging site, which as it turns out is not that far up here, because our logging machinery can't make it, although it seems to be doing much better with no weight on the back. That's good, that's going to be very handy, and this time I'm going to try to stack it much neater, because I think we can get more on, it's just I've got to be more careful. Keep the engine switched off. Oh, lovely, some sunshine just breaking through there. A small amount of sunshine before the mountains block all the light. With it being January, it's dark by like 3 or 4. Okay, so big ones at the bottom, and then the thinner ones at the top. So I'm going to cut another tree down in a second, because yeah, we want to have more than this. Okay, it's actually a huge tree. Much bigger than I thought. But we'll get another tree. Get another one cut down. Let's see here. Yep, this one is perfect. I absolutely love the sound of it falling. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. Let's deal with this one first of all. Okay, so we've got some really good sizes here. As the trailer is facing downhill, I might just put this on the back. It's too heavy. Too heavy. Too heavy. Okay, everything is too heavy. So I'll just cut all the pieces up. And then we'll very, very quickly load them. We'll head back down to the sawmill before it closes later. And then we'll have to prepare for sleeping in the shed. I think it was quite a good idea, because it will save money. How much is a hotel a night? It's going to be certainly 100. 3 nights paid for. I know it's not as luxurious or as warm, unless the hotel has heating problems, but yeah, it's still somewhere to stay. It's not going to be as cold either. Today is the only really cold day. So let me continue, and I will see you when the trailer is once again full. And there we go. Oh, my tractor is rolling away. It's pulling my tractor. Whoa, this is not good. Somehow I need to try and reverse this thing to a much better position. Yes, we're going to have to stop loading because I'm so worried we're never actually going to be able to get it back down to the sawmill. Getting traction is a huge issue here. But that's not a bad load. In fact, that's a very good load. We'll make it back past my house. Oh, and now we're being pushed by the trailer. Okay, when are we going to stop? I didn't know I'd become a crab, but there we go, we are a crab. In that case, we're going to have to cut across here. I need to be in a lower gear. Let's get it into low. Low 1. See if we can control it a bit more. There we go. That's better. That's much better. Good. So, yeah, essentially downhill we can go dangerously fast, and uphill we can barely move. This is it. I mustn't hit any kind of crash barrier or anything. Don't spin out. Yes. Yes. We're on the road. So that's the way I went before, to the right. We can't go that way. We can only go downhill. So that's going to be fun. I don't even know if it's possible to get to the sawmill from here. It can't be that hard. Maybe I did go a worse way before. Ah, yeah, that's actually looking very promising. Just stick on this road until we cross the river, then turn right. I should have done that before. Phew, that's good. By the time we get back, it will probably be dark. As I said, it takes 10 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes to go up and down the mountainside in this tractor. Or on this tractor. The temperature is now +1 Celsius, so it's getting better. In fact, we might even be seeing some snow melting. There's much more snow up in the mountains where we are. Unfortunately, going to be spending the night. Okay then, so next turning right, this is the river, which is not frozen. Here is our turning right. And here is the sawmill on the left hand side. How are these people out with no coat on? They must be freezing. Look at me all togged up. He's actually wearing shorts. What are these people made of? Well, here we are. We have arrived at the sawmill. Again. They'll be loving us with the amount of wood that I have. Okay. Just shift down into gear 1. There we go. And we shall sell. And the clouds, the sun is just starting to shine through the clouds again. That's why it all suddenly went bright. £3,912. So it looks like wood really is worth doing in FS22. If you were doing it with much bigger machinery on bigger trailers, then you could make a fortune pretty quickly. Okay then, I'm going to make it back to our house, in inverted commas, our shed, where we're going to be camping tonight. I will need to set up a campfire, so I need to find some kindling, and, well, food is going to be a bit of an issue. I do have a few things with me, some raisins, and, oh yes, I've got an apple, but it's a bit frozen. Oh, and I sat on the chocolate bar, so we're not having the chocolate. There has just been a mass thaw. It's all vanished, the snow. But this is... oh, crikey. This is going to get tight. I wasn't expecting that. I think they just took each other's mirrors off. Yeah, don't be fooled. Although the snow has melted, it's going to be -9 tonight, and it is going to snow again. Yeah, going a bit of a scenic route here. I probably took the wrong turn. But we're almost there, we're almost back at the camp. Yes, I recognise that yellow van. So I'm just going to make my way back over there, somewhere in that direction. And then we must get a really good campfire going, because, yeah, it's going to be cold. Whoa! They really do drive like absolute nutters round here. As if nobody else is on the road. Here comes another one. Let's get over. Wasn't too bad. It's a busy road, isn't it? Well, at least I'm taking care. Crikey. The sun is disappearing behind the mountains. now the temperature is going to plummet. The good news is, we've made it back to camp. I think it's going to be a bit milder tomorrow. We might be able to start mowing some grass that we have. If the snow melts, we're going to mow. Because I'm not doing hay. Yeah, far from making hay. We will just be selling the grass that we can cut and bale. So I'm going to turn that engine off. Keep the lights on though, try not to run the battery down too much. And we do have a few little bits of kindling from the tree that I most recently cut down. Yep, so some much thinner logs just here. We wouldn't want to be using the fatter logs anyway, because if we were, we'd just be wasting money. We can sell them. Okay, they're good logs. So we're going to have the little campfire near to the little shed, but obviously not so close that I set it alight. As entertaining as that might be, I do not want to burn down my £300 rip-off shed. Okay, I've lost my logs. This is the tree. There we go. So I'll bring them all back here, and I'll try and position them nicely. I need a few more, so we're going to go for this smaller tree. The snow is coming. It'll be with us soon. I almost got taken out by my own tree. This is perfect. This is just exactly what we need. So let's start cutting up some of these thinner parts. I need enough to get me through the night. At -9 in a shed, I'm going to have to come out and huddle around the campfire for a few hours. There we go. And if we do go and buy the mower tomorrow, hopefully the dealership don't ask how we're doing. Obviously I won't be doing too well in the morning. It's going to be a perishing night. Yep, I'll have to just respond and say, yeah, it's just a bit cold. The reason why? Because I decided to spend the night in a rotten old garden shed. Okay, that's going to be good enough, so I'm going to start putting these in a nice neat way. Those can be the base. Just sort of build them round like that. That should be good. And yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but after all we are just going to set fire to them. That's good. That's very good. I know where more wood is, so if I need to get some more wood, except for starting the chainsaw up at 3 in the morning, no one will suspect a thing. Brilliant. And look at that fiery sunset. What I should really have done is position this tractor the other way around, because then I could have put the headlights on the camp. Okay, so spin round. The other concern is wildlife. Although I don't think anybody's going to be bothering us tonight. That's good. Got some good lighting. Okay, I'm feeling right at home. Let me just check the app on my phone. Oh, it's going to go down to -10 now. It's getting colder all the time. Tomorrow is 2. So it is above freezing. We might be able to mow. And then it'll be very mild after that, but it's going to be potentially wet and, yeah, not necessarily good mowing weather. So when does the snow arrive? 8 PM. By then it'd be -3. Currently 0. Okay, well, I'll get this lit. I can then eat my raisins and, well, I might have to eat my chocolate despite sitting on it. I don't have much else. It's here. I've got the fire crackling away. It's not making much difference. It's still absolutely freezing out here. So I'm going to get tucked up inside the shed. And, well, it's going to be a bad night, but I'll see you in the morning. Bye for now.